Hello again. This is Verde, and today Role of Hex. That's an intro, isn't it? Let's try to get something like. I will not try that now. I will try that as a second run for today, right? I think we can do it if we just, I don't know, believe in ourselves, I suppose. So, defend is quite interesting. We get some stuff that we don't have yet, such as Berry Region, and I think Berry Region is quite useful. For defend, we have these three coordinators, which we have to, you guessed it, defend them. You know, not complicated. Anyway. Yeah. Today, it is a very hot day. And yeah, that's about it. Like, I am possibly having some heat stress. Oh, actually, that seems pretty nice. Dealing extra damage to enemies at full HP. This number increases with our level, right? So the idea is to hit them once and hit them hard. That seems like a good idea. Anyway, today is a very hot day here in Rio. And because of that, I am probably suffering from mild heat stress symptoms, you know, those kinds of things. Very fun things to have. Also, my computer is certainly suffering from heat stress symptoms. You know, its fans are very much loud. Not really, but it is hot to the touch, and it is a laptop, right? And being a laptop means that when it is hot enough, the keyboard itself becomes hot. And since everything is hot, well, it becomes a chore to touch the keyboard, you know. I am touching it as little as possible, really. Oh, this is one of the things we unlocked. This is quite nice. Let's get that. This is interesting. This is quite nice because we can basically do that. That's a lot of free tiles that we got. You know, I think that's quite strong, to be honest. We need a few numbers in growth for this to show up, I think. So anyway, I have been working on the Paleo game. Yeah, I am a little bit too lazy to pronounce Paleolithic, even though I just did that, but... Oh, this is nice, because this probably benefits a lot from this. It deals 5 times as much damage to an enemy at full HP. The issue that I have with that is that if an enemy somehow survives the first hit, I will be dealing very little damage to it. Moving onwards, you know, and that's problematic. Anyway, the stone game, the rock game, it's finally starting to have a skeleton, which is nice. Like, we can see stuff happening, not really, but we can move stuff around, which is interesting, you know. Currently, we have a very simple inventory system and a very simple building system where you can move items to the buildings. And some buildings can, well, have some recipes in them, you know. Because if you want to nap a rock, you basically will need to do that at the stone anvil, you know. Which is basically, well, as the name suggests, is an anvil made of stones. Usually used to nap stones, you know. Very simple stuff, really. We are dealing in simple terms because, well, most Paleolithic tech is somewhat simple. in terms of, well, we, nowadays humans, understanding them. We have such advanced concepts such as geometry, which, well, wasn't precisely known to people back then, you know. And, well, there are some very complicated things in the process. That spark. Yeah, let's get over clock. But the thing is, for instance, let's get napping as an example, okay? There are several modes of napping in general, you know. There is the old one or older one. Well, the first mode of production, which was very rudimentary. They basically, and in some cases, we don't even know if the tool was made on purpose or if it was like struck from natural means, you know, found that way. Sometimes we don't even know that because Oldovan tools are older one. I don't know how to pronounce that, okay? But anyway, those kind of tools were really, really simple. But then, as time went on, we, I wouldn't say discovered, I would say more invented some more interesting techniques as to how to hit a rock with another rock or another object to achieve what we need, right? And then I forgot the second mode of production name, which is nice. I'm already forgetting that. But in mode 2, for instance, we know that everything was deliberate. That's a thing, because you don't accidentally nap a rock both sides, you know. The second mode of production is mostly marked by bifaces, where basically rocks that you nap both sides of them to have very sharp edges. I might be oversimplifying stuff, I might be wrong too. You know, I am in a constant state of research for this thing because I am not an archaeologist, you know. So there's that. So anyway, and the second mode of production, well, there were the bifaces, you know. What did I do there? What is wrong here? There is a red thing over there. Interesting. Anyway, there were the bifaces, which is great and all. And then there is mode 3. Mode 3 stuff, it is called the Orignation, the mode of production. And that mode of production, the Orignation industry, I don't know how to pronounce that. You know, and that's when stuff gets difficult, like very difficult too. Because in order to properly do the Orignation technique, the guys who were doing the thing kinda had to know how the rock breaks, you know? So, wow, that's complicated. You know? Actually, you don't ever have to know, you know? You can just do trial and error, but, well, they knew, you know? They knew something. They didn't know precisely 100%, because, well, that's difficult even for us today to predict with 100% accuracy where a rock was gonna break without using, well, complicated technology, scanning technology and all of that. You know, just looking at the exterior of it, quite complicated, you know? And that's Orignation. The Orignation is very interesting because it created preforms, which they could, like, take a piece of it, and that piece would be the tool. You know, it's like, instead of you shaping the core, the big stone, towards the format you want, you basically make a stone where the flakes, which is what we call the byproduct, is the main product, you know? The flakes is shaped the format you have. And that allows you, people, to create several, like, dozens of, for instance, arrowheads from a single core, you know? Because you can just, well, shape it in a way that you can, I wouldn't say mass produce it, but it was very much more efficient, you know, and that was needed. That was needed because, that was particularly needed because the rocks you need to use the origination technique on aren't your everyday rocks. You know, you can't do it in every rock. While in the other modes of production, you kinda can't too, but you have a wider margin, is what I'm trying to say, you know? So I managed to do that defense, you know? There is this guy, which would unlock us a saw blade. I don't know how effective a saw blade would be. Let's try to do this one, right? I have to be large very quickly because of wyverns. So I guess let's not use like expensive constructions. Let's try to use very simple ones instead. You know, and we need to make sure that the wyverns are not strong enough to take us down. Actually, we are not weak enough to die to the wyverns. Thankfully, this is there we go, the first wyvern already. But we have a few cannons that can shoot at it, perhaps, and slow it. The thing about wyvern is that it is not that good at dealing with shields. Please, why does that guy have so much health? There we go, it killed the first wyvern. You know? The issue is they are not that rare. And we need to be... Actually, P-Box might save us here. We might finally manage to... I wouldn't say reliably, but somewhat consistently beat the wyverns. Might be wrong about that. Not sure. I will literally hold my P-boxes just for wyverns. No. Because they are very, very strong. Just like that, you know. Let's... More attack speed is nice. Let's transform some of these. There we go. Oh god, that was a very weak one. Let's transform some of these into behemoths. Thankfully, I don't think they can now break through my shields. You know, and the wyverns, if they cannot, well, murder your structures in a single swipe. What was that? Why are you able to do that? Okay, I accomplished my mission, and my damage increased it quite a lot. So did my range. So let's leave the planet and come back. Okay? That was my first attempt at surviving this planet. Didn't I just get that? Am I going insane? I perhaps am going insane. I am fairly certain or did I... Oh, I got damage increase, not damage growth. My bad. The icons are alike, okay. I was actually hoping to get damage increase right there, but... Let's pick the sniper here. Perhaps that wasn't the brightest idea. But the good thing about the sniper is... Yeah, about that. The issue about sniper is that, well, we don't have attack speed. That's what I am supposed to tell you. And that's true. There is just the truth. And I'm probably dead, empathy. Why did I build a sniper right away? Well, I am alright until a first wyvern comes by. We need a lot of shields to handle the wyverns, is what I'm thinking. It's what I'm feeling, really. Because having a lot of shields would make it so that we can more easily survive the soups, you know? So let's try to do that. These missions, these neutralized missions are what is going on here. Like, they are the thing that we can do in Unos, okay? We don't ask, we just neutralize. Oh god, the first wyvern. And 2 wyverns at once? Good grief. Thankfully that one missed. Oh god. Please, could you please stop doing that? There we go, we baited that wyvern. Perhaps that's the strategy. There we go, I will leave this planet. You know, I'm not surviving that. Gathering some coordinators, huh? Oh, this thing would give us, like, barrier increase. Honestly, barrier increase, but 10 minutes. Oh. This is nice. Let's try to get Raider. We'll be able to get Raider? I don't know. I don't think so. We need to start small. Something like that. You know? What did I build there? Not quite sure. Did I build a cannon? Yes, I did build a cannon. So in order to do an exploration mission, I would like a few things. Can I just survive in Unos for now? Like, would that be too much to ask? Probably, right? So, yeah, this helps. I need more barriers. I am not building enough barriers. That's for sure. I have a vague idea. I have concepts of an idea. 1 second. Anyway, I am back. So, let's keep going. We need more barriers. That's the thing. We need a lot of barriers if we want to survive on this cold planet. Because most of these planets' mechanics are weakened by barriers, I think. Like the Wyvern that deals very little damage to barriers, but it deals a lot of damage, a very large amount of damage, to stuff that isn't barriers. You know? And thankfully we are getting a purple one here. Oh. Both of these are pretty nice. You know, I think extended territory is a little bit better. Yeah. We can perhaps survive. I don't know. Unos is difficult, okay? And we need to not only survive. Survive is the easy part here. We need to survive and explore, which is problematic. Thankfully, we did get snipers, and snipers are somewhat good at exploring. So there is that. We got that going for us, which is nice. And no Ivers yet. You know? Ah, there we go. Why did I jinx it? This guy's not bad. Not bad at all. You know, we can do that. And have a large bait for our wyverns. Wyvern friends. More accurately, wyvern foes. You know? It did destroy a cannon of mine. That wyvern attack. And another issue that we have is that those guys are able to slow our buildings that are unshielded. Yeah, that didn't save me, did it? Oh god. Now we got snowballs. And we don't have money because this planet is very expensive to build on. We should probably... Yeah. At least we got a little bit of more building speed. You know? So we should stop bashing our heads against the wall. And... perhaps eliminate some king lurkers. Why not? Let's hunt one. Or a fail. My internet is down. Weird. Anyway, let's hunt a fill. See, this planet is way, way cheaper to build, which is nice. You know. Well, let's hunt some king lurkers. The way of hunting king lurkers is to follow the cracks, basically. So let's try to do that. Anyway, cheaper buildings. I like cheaper buildings. I very much enjoy having cheaper buildings. And I have a lot of barrier. Try to follow that one, right? That one seems nice to follow. Nukes. Nukes are not all that good to follow barrier, but they are good to not follow them. Sure, let's make bigger. Let's make them bigger. Let's make them stronger. Let's make them everything, really. Yeah, it seems like there is something over there. And a good thing about this is that we can just delete our trail. You know, and deleting our trail is nice. We don't really care about cryotech because we will be moving quite a lot. Control-A. So I'll actually upgrade that thing to a sniper so we get a little bit more resources from, well, doing this. Or let's get them that instead and then upgrade that. That seems fun. Attack speed is nice. We got a lot of levels for nuking that. You know? It's a lot of XP. We got a lot of slow related stuff. And that's my current goal, to have a very high slow build. We just leveled up from doing whatever. And there we go, we have vortexes going on. Very strong vortex wall and frostbite. Frostbite is nice. You know, frostbite is very, very good. It might not seem like it, but with enough cryotech, frostbite becomes a menace. Like, we already got 5 stacks of frostbite. Let's try to make a longish run, right? Let's hunt some king lurkers, shall we? Let's hunt. I think we're quite close, actually, due to the width of the cracks there. Yeah, we might be almost there. It is probably here, isn't it? Oh, another... more options. Let's get more options so that we can get ice-related stuff more easily. Oh, the cracks go on. The cracks go on. Let's go. There we go. We got to the lair. It is aggressive. The boss will spawn in 30 seconds. So we got that going for us. Let's try to nuke it as soon as it spawns. If we can. Let's get more of these going on. The vortexes actually help quite a bit. 1 second, let's go. What do you want here? Broad modules. That was easy. And look at that. That's Value Drift. Let's go. Okay, we got a difficulty 3 mission, so please don't put me in a planet where I cannot survive. I would love to survive. So, the difficulty has stepped up quite a bit. And we got a merge, which is nice. So we changed our objective here. That is what we did with the Value Drift. You know. And we can make a longish run, I suppose. Oh, we found a data center. Finding data centers and runs where you are value drifting is very cool because you basically get to keep them if you do everything right. You know? It kind of seems like the thing is down there, but I don't think it is over the ocean. That's my 2 cents over there. Look how many vortices there are. You know, usually it is pretty rare that those things spawn over the ocean. But let's go over the ocean anyway. The issue about building ocean is because building an ocean is very expensive. You know. That data center, at least, it will be giving us some levels. You know, it is a level every minute. But the issue is, we are poor. That's a whole issue of itself, really. But we can always, like, sell the deprecated parts of our base. Not really deprecated, but more like not that useful. Trying to find something. Perhaps it is on a peninsula over there. Let's try to go by land. Yeah, it seems like it. Crossing it by sea is not the way to go. Let's see, more growth, sure. More damage. Straight damage. Straight damage is very good because, well, this is based on your damage and on the frost stacks on kill, which are usually around 9. You know? Can be higher, but usually around 9. That's fantastic. Oh, isn't that it? Yeah, I was somewhat right. That thing is on a peninsula over there. Whoa, that's a cool army of sharks you got going on there. Would be a shame if someone turned them into XP. So, let's get some barrier going on. And let's make, yeah, let's make a wall here. Where the lurker shall not pass. Right. It will spawn in some seconds. There we go. We are not all that well equipped to handle it, to be completely fair. But at the same time, I think we are not that ill equipped. Yeah, we got it. Next one will be a little bit more complicated, I believe. Difficulty ramps up quite interestingly between those. There we go. Another one, and we got extra data center, a virtual data center, and now we are here in this planet of all of them. Oh god, why did I do that? At least I have a lot of money, courtesy of my everything, and because of that, lots and lots of money, I can actually survive, perhaps. You know what I need? I need starting money somehow. I know that there is a thing that gives starting money, I just don't remember how they get it. Oh, good grief. Excuse me, Mr. Wyverns? Can you chill? Please? Like... didn't expect you to be that berserk. They are already dead because of the frostbite, but... still... still, it is complicated to lose that many buildings all at once. Oh god. Yeah, I think I am getting beaten by Yunus. Again. What a surprise. Quite difficult planet, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have the money to keep going on. There we go. Mission failed, but at least we got a ton of things. Yeah, we got a random, the random blueprint. Basically, we can equip multiple blueprints. We got barrier growth, we got turn speed, more HP, more experience gain. We got loads of stuff. So I guess that's the way to go, really. We shall, like... yeah, value drift until we can no longer. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like it, don't forget to use that thing, that like button, those kinds of things. And I hope to see you guys next time.